The Merchant of Venice. William Shakespeare. A court of justice in Venice. Enter the Duke, Antonio, Bassanio, Gratiano, and officials of the court.
What? Is Antonio here? Ready, so please your grace. I'm sorry you have to face such a hard-hearted, inhuman wretch who is empty of even an iota of mercy. Call the Jew into the court.
Enter Shylock.
Make room. Let him stand before me. Shylock, we cannot understand your strange behavior. I am sure you will show mercy right at the last moment. We expect a gentle answer, Jew. I have already told your grace of my intentions. I have sworn by our holy Sabbath to have nothing else but my bond. If you deny me, I will say there is no power in the laws of Venice. If you ask me what I will do with a pound of human flesh, my answer is this. It is my wish. Tell me, shall I have my bond or not? I shall do nothing until Bellario, a learned doctor of law, comes here to determine the case. My lord, there is a messenger from the doctor waiting outside. Bring him in.
Enter Portia, dressed as a lawyer, and Nerissa, dressed as a lawyer's clerk.
Welcome, welcome. I take it you come from Padua, from Bellario.
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Presents a letter to the Duke. Reads the letter to court.
Your grace will understand that at the receipt of your letter I am unable to come, being very sick. But I am sending Balthazar, a young doctor of Rome. We both have studied the case together. He knows my opinion, and seconded with his own learning, he comes to help you decide the case. Let his youth not be an impediment to being gracefully accepted. I never knew so young a body with so old a head. Sir, you are most welcome.
I thank you, my lord. Let Antonio and Shylock both stand before me. Is your name Shylock? Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. You, Antonio, do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful?
Of what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy cannot be forced. It drops as a gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesses him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty. Wherein does sit the dread and fear of kings? It is an attribute to God himself, an earthly power then shows likest God's. When mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, consider this, that in the cause of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer does teach us to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoken so much to try and lessen your demand for justice, which, if you insist, the strict court of Venice will be forced to pass judgment against Antonio.
I demand the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is Antonio unable to pay back the money?
Here is the money. If necessary, I will pay 10 times over. Sir, I beg of you, just tweak the law a bit. To do a great right, do a little wrong.
It must not be. The laws of Venice cannot be altered.
Oh, wise young judge, how I do honor thee.
Shylock, again I ask you, let me invalidate this bond.
An oath, an oath. I have sworn an oath to heaven.
Well, it seems that nothing can be done. This Jew may claim a pound of flesh to be cut off by him nearest the merchant's heart. I am sorry, Antonio, you must prepare your bosom for the knife.
Oh, wise and upright judge.
Do you have scales ready to weigh the flesh?
Yes, yes.
You must have a surgeon too, so that he doesn't bleed to death.
Why? Is that written in the bond? I will accept only that which is written in the bond.
Antonio, do you have anything to say?
I have nothing to say. I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassiano. Fare you well. Don't grieve that I have to die for you. Only regret that you have lost your friend. And I do not regret paying your debt. If the Jew cut deep enough, I'll pay it with all my heart. Come, why this delay? Pass the sentence, O noble judge.
You demand that you will have nothing but what is in the bond. This bond gives you no jot of blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. But in the cutting of that flesh, if you shed even one drop of the prisoner's blood, all your land and goods will be confiscated by the strict court of Venice. Also, in cutting his flesh, take exactly 1 pound. If the scales move by even a hair's breadth, you will be punished. You shall have only what is in your bond. Isn't that what you wanted?
Is that the law?
You shall see the act yourself. You were determined to have justice. Well, you shall have justice more than you desire.
I accept his offer then. Pay me 3 times the amount written in the bond, and let Antonio go. Here is the money.
Wait! He has openly refused the money in this court of justice. He shall have nothing but his bond.
O Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge.
Go ahead, Jew. Take your forfeiture.
All right then. Just give me the principal amount and let me go. Here's the money. Give it to him.
He has refused it openly. Let him have only his bond.
Well then, I think I'd better leave.
Stop! The law has yet another hold on you. By the laws of Venice, if it is proved that a foreigner has tried by direct or indirect means to kill a citizen of this country, 1/2 of his possessions will go to the party he plotted against, and the other half will go to the state. Further, the offender's life lies at the mercy of the Duke.
Just to show you the difference in our spirit, I pardon you, your life, even before you ask for it. As for the half that comes to the state, I will reduce it to a fine.
Antonio, are you satisfied?
I humbly thank you. I am satisfied. Allow me to use the half of his property given to me as long as Shylock survives. In the eventuality of his death, his entire possessions and property should revert to his daughter Jessica and her husband Lorenzo.
What say you, Shylock?
I am content. I'm feeling unwell. Let me go home.
Leaves. To Nerissa. Clerk, draw up a deed of gift. Find his house out and make sure he signs it.
Antonio, show your gratitude to this man. You are much indebted to him.
Leaves.
My friend and I have this day been acquitted of grievous injuries. We humbly wish to thank you and request you to accept the 3,000 ducats which was due to Shylock. And we will be evermore in your debt.
He is well paid, that is, well satisfied, and I, in delivering you, am well satisfied. That is payment enough for me. Peace be with you.